I'm just reading.
Alright, Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Alright, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone with well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to those full electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening on to this truth with wholehearted sincerity. Alright, it may be a blessing relation to your plain household. Alright, the topic or title of this lesson is going to be, they are not all Israel, which say they are Israel, man. Alright, and come into this walk, come into this truth, man, right? Understand this truth, man. You gotta, try the spirit, man, because there's a lot of different groups out there, man. And you gotta see, filter through the bullshit and see who has that truth, man, who has 100% truth, man. You got different groups that's interested in fame, different groups that have, 501c3s, right? Different groups that care about the shekels, right? The worldly things, bullshit, don't really care about the ministry, pushing out the truth, doing the work, doing the will of Yahweh Shai, right? So that's why we have to try the spirit, man. And they are not all Israel, which say they are Israel, man, because you have our people out there that know that they're Israel, but they're still doing wickedness, man, still acting like regular 2/3 niggas in this world, man.
God, man, that's why a lot of the elders and apostles, which do have 100% truth in this ministry, they also hearken and they push forward to not meddle and not in a lot of different camps, because that's how you'll be getting confused, man, because one camp saying on another saying another, when the Spirit reveals different things to the apostles and elders, and they bring it on down, man, it just comes out, man. It's not them trying to force it out, for their own belly's sake or trying to look right, trying to be the first to know something, man. Like, for example, I listened to a video by Apostle Tahar today, and he gave credit to Sakari for finding out the 4 parts of the world, which is America, is roughly paraphrasing. But anyways, the point being, not being for their own belly's sake, man, not meddling too much, man, trying to gain for their own sake, man. It's all about growing for the elect, man. A lot of our people are in the spirit of being in Babylon forever, man, and being right, man, being rich, man, being mighty, everybody wearing one color, microphones, like this is the Royal Rumba, man. This is the Lord's business, man. If you're not being a perfect employee, you're gonna wax worse, man.
Hey, and to add on too, man, brother said the beautiful thing is that, our apostles and elders, man, they give great credit where it's due, man. Right? So these other groups, man, they'll all these other camps, they'll talk shit about each other, whatever the case may be, man. But the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, man, if another camp says something that's on point, they gonna give you your due. They're like, Jay was on point. You said something that's on point, right?
That's the spirit.
And if you say something off, then you're going to get rebuked and they're going to pull out, break it down, man.
That's it. And then through their humility, they also say, man, if they ever have a demon hop on, if they ever going off, they want to be called out. But, through the spirit, they just always on it, man. So, that's why these camps always get out of their wits. And that's why they get emotional, because the apostles, they be on point, man.
Man. That just goes to show you, man, another thing, man, who the Lord really is dealing with, man. Trying that spirit, man. Right?
Opening up with the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
And it says, especially them of the circumcision, right? Them who know that they're Israel.
Verse 11, whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Man, and that's what these other groups are doing, man. Right? They know that they're Israel, but they teaching bullshit, teaching off doctrine, wayward doctrines, all for what? All for the money. All for what? All for filthy lucre's sake, for fame, for vanity, for money, for things of this world, man. Selling not to these devils, getting those 501c3s, man. Right? Trying to be famous, trying to build in this place, man. Right? They doing all these things all for a mere vanity, man. Alright.
Next verse, the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of the powers have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel.
Man, that's right. Right? They are not all Israel which say they are Israel, man. And that goes back to the title and topic of the lesson, man. Right? Just because they know that they're Israel don't mean that they're right, man. Don't mean that they're on point. Don't mean that they're righteous, man. Don't mean that they're sincere, right? Because you still have niggas that know that they're Israel, but they still act like regular 2/3 niggas in this world, act like demons, man, or not sincere, or not in this for the right things, man. And that goes back to you having to try the spirit, seeing who's truly truly of Yahweh Shemashah, who's not, man. Right? And the Spirit reveals all things, man. So you can't yikewab this thing. Even if you're trying to fake the funk, whatever the case may be, the Spirit is going to reveal that, man. Who's truly in this thing for Yahweh Shemashah, who's truly in this thing with wholehearted sincerity, and who's not.
Nah, man, like the brothers said, for Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, because a lot of brothers, they think they get in this for their sake, you know, they think they woke themselves up, man, you know, they think they're supposed to be exalting themselves in the camp, you know, but real deal, man, this is all to exalt the name and the power of the Lord, man.
Come on. And that's the problem with niggas, man, right? They're all worried about themselves. They think it's all about them, right? We nothing but worms, man, right? We nothing but worms in this place, man.
The Lord can take that the Lord can take that spirit off you, man, and put it on another brother, man. It's nothing for the Lord to do so, man. God, man, this is not the Black Panther Party. You know, this is not the raise up the whole Yasharallah party. This is for Yahweh Shem Yahshua's sake, and then on down raise up the elect, man. Because everything that's about to come in past, man, is about to magnify the name of the Lord, man. As it was done in Egypt, man. It's going to be done again. Book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the powers, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
Right? So we have to try every spirit, man. Right? Believe not every spirit and try every spirit, man. That's what you do when you see these different groups, man. Right? You got all these different groups from, you know, GOCC, IUIC, HOY, WFI, ISUPK. You got all these different groups, man. Right? And when you try that spirit, right, these different groups, you're going to see who got it and who really don't got it, man. And through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Shah, we see that great millstone has it, man. And we could say this with 100% confidence, 144% confidence, 144% sure that great millstone has the truth, man. All right?
Yeah, man. Many false prophets have gone out into the world, man. At this point, I'm not even sure what IUIC even believes what the MOTB is. I don't really care less for it because they don't think it's the chip. I remember running across one of them jakes. Once I was doing my little job or whatever, and then I asked him about it, and he was like, it's not, like, I asked him about Revelation 13, you know, on down, and he said, or 11, Salaki, where the MTV is, and he said it's not that, you know, he didn't even tell me what the Spirit told him or what he was taught it is. He just said, it's not the MOTB, you know, so it's like, I didn't even ask you what it was MOTB. I said, well, what do you think it was, man? You know, so yeah, they are way gone, man, out into the world.
And that's a perfect example of trying the spirit, man. You know, a question like that, you know, asking, you know, what's the, you know, the Quran, or what's the MOTB, and they're you know, giving you wayward answers, not telling you what it truly is, man. That just goes to show you that group don't got it, man. Right?
Man. It's just pretty much a mightier Christian group, man. You know, you just letting people know they're Israel and not to eat pork. You know, you ain't giving the whole 100% for the doctrine, man. Gospel.
And if they ain't giving you 100% truth, then they're not leading you the right way, man.
Book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 10, which say to the seers, see not. Verse 9, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Which say to the seers, see not, to the prophets, prophesy not, unto the right things, because to the smooth things, prophesy deceits. Get you out of the way.
Come on, man. And that's how people live, man. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth of the scriptures, man. They want to hear these lies. They want to hear the bullshit. They want to hear the deceits, man. Right? They'll rather, you know, go to these other groups that's teaching wayward doctrines, right? All the bullshit. Because that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. Like Scripture says, shall not be your enemy because I tell you the truth, man. Our people, two-thirds of our people don't want to get right, man. Right? Well, I think it's like 66.6%. Right? 66.6% of our people do not want to get right, man. They'd rather hear the bullshit doctrines, the wayward doctrines, right? Knowing, not being in this thing wholehearted sincerity, right? In this thing for the wrong reasons, right? That's our people, man. They want to hear lies and deceits, man.
Calling on Christ and things of those sorts, man. You know, when you know better and when you was teaching better back then, man.
Not calling on the proper names of the Lord, man. Right? not calling on the true names of Heavenly Father and His Son, calling on Chezzy, right? Calling all these false gods, man.
And another downside to having itching ears, man, is when those time comes, man, you won't be able to gird up thy loins, man. You know, you won't be able to discern the time, man. You're going to think what you want to think instead of what you need to be thinking through the Spirit, man. You're going to go by your own belly and by what man taught you, man. But, you know, through all of these false camps and all of these false leaders, man, the Lord, when He's going to deal with who He's dealing with, man. May if it be He's not dealing with a whole camp. May if it be when He's dealing with a particular group in the camp, with like a small individual or a couple, you know, the Lord's gonna take a sincere man and put His Spirit upon them and lead them, you know, when the times come, you know, to the true gospel, man. There's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know, that's why we gotta walk in humility, man. The Lord don't cast us out of His the apple of His eye, man. You know.
Come on, man. That'll be for seven, man. That's the last thing we want to happen, man. It's the Lord to, you know, spew us out of His mouth, man. Take that spirit from us, man. Right? That's why we do. That's why we do this with a whole heart sincerity, man. That's why we not in man. That's why we not in this thing trying to get vain glory, vain money, man. We doing this thing with whole heart sincerity, complete humility, man, with fear in y'all about shit, man.
Because if you're in that spirit of doing it for your own belly, man, you're in the same spirit of being in Babylon forever, man. You know, you pretty much investing in yourself, in your image, man, in your pockets, man, in your longevity in this place, man. While on the other hand, we're supposed to be calling to make our election sure, hasten to get the hell up out of this place, man. You should be hating this place. You should be wanting to leave this place like yesterday, man. But yet, you know, you out here, you know, having itchy ears, prophesying smooth words, man. This is not Christianity, man. We don't need the whole world listening to us, man. You know, going from church to church, you know, putting yourself in harm's way, man. You're not being blameless, man. You know, trying to force His word down people's throat, man. The word say not to cast pearls before swine, man. Lest they rend you, man.
God, at the end of the day, man, there's two things for everybody, man. Only the elect, only the remnant is going to hear that voice, man. Like Scripture says, the sheep is going to hear that voice and come, man. Right? It's all about the elect, man. Many are called, but few are chosen, man.
You don't have to go out of your way, man, to bring them on, man. As long as you pipe that word in the Spirit, man, the Lord gonna have those listening come on and hearken and pipe along with you, man. Whether they be the 144,000 or the 1/3, man. You know. And there's a reason why a lot of our people are not going to listen to us and don't want to listen to us, man, because this is not a smooth thing, man. This is the truth, man. There's a reason why pastors have a large audience. There's a reason why they don't bring out. And you have to think about it. What's the main reason that they don't want to listen to us? Because a lot of this shit's scary, man. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you got to
hear the truth.
That's right, bro. But you got to gird up that loins, man. You know, you got the Lord with you, man. You got to face the fact, man, that you got to go through this so you can get better, man. If you're trying to be a righteous ruler and a judge, you know, it's not just gonna fall into your hands, man. It don't work like that. Even those who come in the 11th hour, they're gonna have to see some shit and go through some shit, you know. And it ain't gonna be, you know, the Lord knows every spirit and what every spirit can handle, man. So everyone gonna have their different hell, man. But you gotta go through that, man, and be refined like fine gold, like the Lord's gonna make us, Lord willing.
But hey, you know, we got anything else? But hey, you know, we're gonna wrap it up with that, you know, just a quick lesson through the Spirit. You know, Lord, when this was edifying to the elect of Israel. With that being said, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kwakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of the Well. Peace, blessing, and citation to for electors out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening on to the truth of heart sincerity. Until next time, shalom.
Shalom.
And above all.
Above all.
Come on, shalom.